Hey guys, do you think marketing matters in the real estate world and in the mortgage world? I've got somebody here that is going to talk about this and tell you that it really does matter. Miss Pamela Bull, how are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
If I was any better, I'd be twins. Are you kidding me? Well, no, that's something else. I was going to say, people tell me if there was a twin with somebody else like me, we couldn't handle it. People just couldn't handle it. Well, hey, you're more than marketing. And I know I brought that up because our conversation a couple of weeks ago. All right. First, and here's the most important thing to me, Pamela, and this is my podcast. We could talk about anything we want to. You're a realtor, been a realtor now for almost 11 years, correct? Okay. So I'm on the other side of the fence. I'm a lender, been doing it. I'm in my 25th year, but it's more about you as a person and me as a person because we are serious about our business. We are serious about taking care of people. So first, who is Pamela Bull?
Wow, that's a loaded question and depends on who you ask. But I would like to say I am a realtor that cares more about the number of people that I get to meet and help each year than what my bottom dollar looks like at the end of the year. I like to focus on, okay, I was able to help this many people, not
Right,
make this much money. And if you take
right.
care of your people, they're going to take care of you.
The money follows. That's right.
Yeah,
The day, you know what? The day that it's about the money is the day that we're out of business.
exactly. Yes.
So, how did you get into the real estate business?
I was raised in a family owned business. My mom and dad own a printing company, Triangle Press in Mohawk. And so I have that entrepreneurial quality running through me. I've owned several businesses over the years. And I've always loved houses. Looking at houses, whether I was going to buy one or not, I loved going and looking. I guess I was kind of one of those, as we like to tell our sellers now, one of those people looking for something to do on a Sunday afternoon. They go visit the open houses. I was one of
Hmm.
those people. And so just having that passion and that love for that and the enjoyment of helping people make one of their biggest decisions in their lives of purchasing a home and making sure it's the right fit for them or helping them move on to their next story if they're needing to
That's right.
sell. That's kind of the path that I took into getting to where I am.
It's funny you brought up two or three things there that resonated. Growing up in the 60s, that's what we did after church. We would go to Griff's Hamburgers because there was four kids and dad could buy 10 hamburgers for $1. Yeah, and then we would go to open houses. And I grew up that way. And I'm talking about it was almost every single Sunday. Of course, I had a 25-year career, 26-year career before I got into this business. And there's always been a fascination. But what you also said is helping people. This is such an emotional decision. Uh, People buying homes,
Yes.
um, and it's. I've often said, Pamela, you could not sell me a home. You couldn't. Okay, that's not my job. Is to sell loans. My job is to give advice and to help people pick the product that's best for them. So how do you made a comment in which is I couldn't wait to get you on the show because you made a comment about your marketing and your marketing activity and something that your dad taught you
Yes.
about spending money.
Yes. He's always said, you've got to spend money to make money. And as you and I had talked before, when everyone else is slowing down, you've got to get ahead of the game and stay ahead of the game and keep yourself out there because that's who's going to ultimately you're going to be seen because you're remaining out there. And if you kind of
Right.
slump down and slow down, you're not staying in front of people that needs to see you.
So you have a team of is it 11?
I have 11 agents that work with me, not for me.
Okay,
I'm broker owner of the
that's right.
company. So they work with me, yes, and they are all just
Fan-
amazing.
Fantastic. What is your advice to, and typically I ask a question, what's your advice to buyers or sellers? But I'm going to ask a different question. What's your advice to your realtors, your realtor partners? How do you assist them on a daily basis?
I try to be available for them no matter what time it is. Sometimes that can be 10 or 11 o'clock at night, but I want to be their go-to person. If they've got a question, I would like to help. If I don't know the answer, I'm going to tell them I don't know the answer, but we're going to find it out. And so I like to be their support. Sometimes that is just real estate. Sometimes it also gets into the personal side, and I'm happy to help that as well.
That's right.
In that area.
That's
Being
right.
also a certified life coach, that kind of helps, helps with that as well. So yeah, I like being that go-to person, whether it's, hey, who do you use as a plumber? I've got a seller or a buyer and we're needing this person or that person, and having that knowledge and that toolbox of those people to refer to.
It's amazing because both of us are in an industry where we're kind of the hub, and we know so many different people that are surrounded with the home buying process. And to me, it's about relationships. It's about
Absolutely.
developing trusting relationships that we can help our people. So I often, with the loan officers that I train, with the people that I bring in, the people that are our company, and our company's in 48 states. And every Monday, I'm on a manager's call where I'm leading a call of 24 managers. My question has always been, especially to a realtor or to a lender, and I've always said here in Chattanooga, there's probably 300 lenders and probably 3,000 agents. All right. And if we take it to the Knoxville area, the North Georgia, into Alabama, there's thousands and thousands. And so we have to be different. My staff and my personal staff that I have here in Chattanooga, we have to set ourselves up completely different. So I'm going to ask you a completely different question I've never asked anybody else. Okay. I can ask you as an agent, but I want to ask you as a broker owner. All right. Why should a real estate agent come to your shop?
Okay. I consider myself a boutique brokerage in that I'm not a micromanager. I help the agents kind of be who God meant them to be. He's made them for a reason, and they're going to be able to meet people that I'm not even going to be able to meet. And if I can train them in a way that they can go out and be that representative for themselves, for the person they're designed to be, and for Tennessee River Realty, then that's my goal. That's what I want to help them be. I don't want to make them fit under an umbrella that everyone else needs to fit under. I want them to be unique and individual, the way they were created to be.
I like the way you talk. Okay. In which I have to ask this question. Okay. Because I can tell you in my life, after 25 years of doing this business, the first 6 or 7, I worked for a lending tree, not a lending tree company, but the second largest lending tree lender. And it was all refinances. Okay. Refinance is a completely different world than purchase business. And it was about 3 years into my purchase business when I changed the page and went strictly, purchases. Now I do refis, of course, for my past clients. There was a time, and it was a kind of an epiphany, okay, that I realized that God had put me in this business, and it was a calling for me because something happened with one of our customers that I said, that's why I'm here. That's why God has me here. Has there been a defining moment in your 11 years that you said, you know what? This is my calling. This is what God has me in place to do. Has there been a time like that?
It could be the loss of a spouse. There was one particular buyer that I was working with, and she lost her spouse, and I was kind of there for her. There's been another seller that it was an estate, and one of the sisters that I was more working with her in general passed away just unexpectedly. And so now it's working with the other sister. And so I don't feel, if I did not have that compassion that God has for us, that I would not be able to relay that on to my clients.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I tell you, there's, I don't know, I told you before we started, even after 25 years of doing this business, I still love what I do, Pamela. I still love what I do because taking a family that didn't think that they could buy and then being able to say, yes, you're approved. And then weeks later, actually at the closing table with them and them buying that house. I told my loan partner, which is my son, I told him he's got 5 years, but I don't know if I can stop in 5 years. I don't. There's just something about what we do of helping people buy homes. We got a few more minutes, and I want to talk about something else. I want, like I said, I don't script these things. I've asked you two. I'm about to ask you a question I've never asked anybody else, but it just keeps coming back to me. Talk to me about the relationship, because you brought up to all the different people that we do business with. Okay. Tell me in your words, because we have talked before, and I know you have a great lender that you're working with. Okay. And I respect that. I admire that. I admire the loyalty. Tell me about how important the realtor lender relationship is. Tell me in your words how
Oh
important that
gosh,
is.
that's huge, because there can be times that I'm working with a buyer and I have to have a pre-approval letter. It may be a multiple offer situation and I have to have it. It may be 7, 8 o'clock at night. And if I can't get a hold of, you know, the lender, whomever that may be, then we may lose out on their perfect house or what they perceive to be their perfect house. And so to have a relationship with a lender that I know that I'm going to be able to call them, at the last minute and say, I know this is after hours. I know you're probably with your family, but is there any way at all that you can help me? That is what I have to have an awesome relationship with a lender, as well as that confidence in that buyer to know that, okay, she knows who to call. She knows how to get this done so we can get the house that we want.
That's right, lady. You brought up about three topics. Like we could do three different podcasts and spend 15, 20 minutes on that, because there's a couple of things that you said in there that are very dear to my heart as far as pre-approval letters and getting people truly approved to buy a home. But this is the life that you and I both chose. Sherry knows that at 8 o'clock at night, when I get that call, it's going to be a 15, 20-minute conversations. And chances are we've already talked before, but we do get those hot calls. That's just part of it. And I mean, you know what? It's not an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5 job. It's really not. So let's do this. First, thank you so much for being on the show with me. It means a lot. It really does. Absolutely. What's the best way for somebody to reach you?
Probably going to be either text or call me on my cell phone, which is 865-806-2552. That's probably the quickest and best way. They can call or text, either one.
Fantastic. And guys, again, I'm Kevin Blair with Kevin Blair Team here at Element Home Loans. Our office number is 423-488-7571. On the weekends or at night, that rolls over to my personal cell phone number as well. And there's only one time, Pamela, that I don't answer my phone. She takes it away from me when we go to church, because she knows if I get a text, I'm going to answer the text, and I need to be paying attention.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, guys, if you like this kind of information, hit like, hit subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you've got home buying needs in the Knoxville area or anywhere in the Tennessee area, you got loan needs, guys, give us a call. We're here to help, and we're here to give you 100% solid, correct advice. Pamela, have a great day, lady.
Thank you, Kevin. You do the same.